We celebrate the life and times of an old friend. Coming up right here on this episode of Super Geek Saturday.
Super Geek Saturday.
Greetings, beautiful mutants. My name is Shane with a CH, and I'm here to share with you the good news of geek. Well, this week it's not really good news. I'm dressed in all black for a very important reason, and that is because one of our dearest and closest faithful friends has recently passed away. Yes, I am of course talking about the floppy disk. As of March, Sony, who makes 2 million floppy disks and is probably the leader of floppy disks in the world, had announced that they will no longer be making floppy disks, and we're all saddened by this. Why? Well, not because we use it. It's because it was a very integral and iconic piece of culture that we had while we were growing up. It's just sad to see it go the way of the Betamax. But like all of our childhood heroes, there's a lot of great things that pay homage to it and help us to remember our dear friend, the floppy disk. But here's something that's really interesting. So you know how a couple years ago or so, the cassette tape became like a really popular cultural icon? Backpacks, t-shirt designs, necktie, even belt buckles. Hey, even I have a cassette tape belt buckle. Look at that. Beautiful. You know, it just became a really cool icon, and there are predictions that the floppy disk is going to be the next cultural icon, replacing the cassette tape. Already examples of this are starting to surface, such as, you know, on Etsy. If you go on there, people are making stuff with old floppy disks all the time. I mean, you've got stuff like the floppy disk notebooks, you know, very creative. And then you've also got like floppy disk coin purses, floppy disk fashion, like the floppy disk skirt. So a lot of resurgence already of the floppy disk icon. And so it's amazing what you can do, you know. So even though the floppy disk is going to be dead, there's so much that we can do with it, you know. Don't just throw it away. Don't kill the environment, you know. Our Earth Day Wednesday Sean will be very upset with you if you do that. You can do really creative stuff, like decorate a car, like these people. Look, it's an art car made entirely out of floppy disks, you know. If you read Ready Made magazine like I do, they've had tutorials on how you can turn floppy disks into CD covers and lots of other fun stuff that you can do with them instead of just tossing them. And let's say you're not really a crafty person. Let's say you're more into the programming. Well, how do you grieve with this withdrawal of floppy disks? Well, there's the floppy drives, and you can make some really creative music with it. That's right, this really creative person programmed an oscillator, a scanner, and a floppy disk drive to make music. And I'm going to leave you with that right now. Here is his rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody, featuring only an oscillator, a scanjet, and a floppy disk drive. Enjoy. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Super Geek Saturday. Thanks again, you guys, for sticking around and for watching and for subscribing to One Dose Daily. We've got some new exciting stuff coming up soon. Again, if you like me, Shane with a CH, then subscribe to my personal channel. Information is below. And yeah. Oh, by the way, look, new tattoo. Anyhow, until I see you guys next Saturday, be good, stay creative, and as always, stay geeky.